Wasikwan Junqua, Kwayin Downtown Song.
Thank you, Mr. President, for joining us in Xinhua. What do you think of this year's China-Africa Economic and Trade Expo?
It's a very important first step after the pandemic to bring back trade and investment. And I was happy to be here and to see a lot of African countries well represented. So it is a very good step forward after the pandemic.
So actually Chinese enterprises have been actively participated in the infrastructure projects of Tanzania. How is those projects contributing to the social and economic development for Tanzania?
We are very thankful to the government and the people of China for the support that they are giving to our country. As you said correctly, we have a lot of infrastructure projects being undertaken by Chinese companies. From roads infrastructure to water schemes to housing projects, and you name it. So they've been a good partner in the development of our country.
So let's zoom out a little bit from China to Africa cooperation. So the cooperation has been extended from trade to new areas like digital economy, digital infrastructure. So what do you see the potential between China and Africa cooperation in new areas?
The potential is also huge because, as we know, the whole world now is digitizing and we cannot remain behind. We have to go with the times. So we believe our cooperation, like the previous cooperation in infrastructure, we should also work with the Chinese partners, both government and private, to make sure that we collaborate in the new sectors, like the IT sector, whereby we want to digitize everything. We have a digital transformation going on now in our countries, and we think the Chinese government and private sector will be good partners too.
So what do you think of China's modernization drive, and what does it mean for Africa?
We tend to emulate what has been achieved in China, and we see that there's a huge growth rate here, in economic growth rate, but we also see a lot of achievements in all sectors, and I believe this modernization drive will also act as a good experience and a good example for us to emulate here.
The world is faced with some geopolitical tensions and climate change crisis, and the African countries is actually pursuing for independence or a path that is suited for their national conditions. So how China could help Tanzania and other African countries let their voices heard in the international arena?
Luckily, we have been very close to China, the whole of Africa, particularly Tanzania. We've been voting in the United Nations conferences together, most of the time supporting each other. So we see no changes, no differences at this time, because our policies are aligned. Everybody wants a global prosperity for the whole world. So I think we will continue to work with China in the international forum as well, supporting each other.